Welcome. Why you are here matters. If you are watching this right now, it means you already sense something. Security is changing. Cloud is everywhere. Zero trust is no longer optional. Ransomware is board level risk. Regulators are increasing pressure. Executives want measurable assurance. And yet, many organizations are still operating with fragmented security controls. If you want to grow as a security architect, not just technically but strategically, this series is built for you. This is not a random collection of topics. This is a structured journey into enterprise security architecture. And this first lecture is your foundation. Why enterprise security architecture is no longer optional. You are operating in a world where identity is the new perimeter. Cloud platforms scale in minutes. DevOps pushes code continuously. Data moves across jurisdictions. Attackers exploit supply chains. OT and IT are converging. If security is not architected holistically, risk multiplies. Enterprise security architecture is about designing security at scale across identity, network, cloud, application, data, governance, and operations. It is about building a system, not deploying tools. If you stay at the control level, you remain reactive. If you rise to the architectural level, you become strategic. And organizations desperately need strategic architects. What you will learn in this series. In this playlist, you will progressively build your understanding. You will learn what enterprise security architecture really means, the difference between enterprise and solution architecture, how to align security with business strategy, how zero trust works beyond buzzwords, how to design cloud security for Azure, AWS, and hybrid, how to secure DevSecOps pipelines and software supply chains, how to protect data across its lifecycle, how to integrate SIEM, XDR, and SOC into architecture, how to secure OT and critical infrastructure, how to design governance aligned to ISO, NIST, PSPF, and Essential 8, how to perform threat modeling like a strategic architect, how to design a target state roadmap, and how to grow into a high-impact enterprise security architect. This is not just theory, this is strategic clarity. Who this series is for? If you are a security architect, a cloud architect, a DevSecOps leader, a SOC manager, a GRC professional, or an engineer transitioning into architecture, this series will help you elevate your thinking. You will move from configuration level thinking to enterprise level reasoning. You will stop asking, what tool should we buy? And start asking, what capability are we building? That shift changes everything. To grow into a high-impact architect, you must think long-term, align with business objectives, understand risk deeply, communicate in executive language, design integrated systems. Enterprise security architecture is not about drawing diagrams. It is about shaping how an organization defends itself today and 5 years from now. That requires discipline. It requires perspective. It requires leadership. This series is structured to help you develop that mindset step by step. Why you should watch the entire series. Each lecture builds on the previous one. If you skip ahead, you may miss the foundational thinking. The sequence is intentional. You start with definitions, then alignment, then zero trust, then cloud, then identity, then network, then DevSecOps, then data, then security operations, then OT, then governance, then threat modeling, then roadmap design, then leadership growth. By the end, you will see enterprise security architecture as an integrated system, not isolated domains. That integration is what separates strong architects from average ones. Organizations are actively looking for professionals who can design zero trust at scale, align architecture to ISO and NIST, secure cloud transformation, integrate DevSecOps and SOC, present confidently to executives. If you master the thinking in this series, you gain a significant advantage. You become more strategic, more credible, more influential. You stop being reactive. You start shaping direction. That is career transformation. This first lecture is your starting point. If you are serious about growing into an enterprise security architect who can influence strategy and build resilient systems, commit to this journey. Watch every lecture, reflect deeply, take notes, apply the thinking in your organization, engage with the content, challenge assumptions, ask questions. Growth requires intention. If you are ready to think like a true enterprise security architect, make sure you subscribe to this channel right now. Like this video so it reaches other security professionals who need this perspective. Comment below and tell me, where are you in your security architecture journey? And most importantly, watch the entire playlist from start to finish. Because transformation does not happen from one video. It happens from structured learning, consistent thinking, and deliberate growth. Subscribe, stay committed, and let's build resilient enterprises together.